So although we do sell our products online, the majority of our sales actually come from trading in person at fairs and events. And we often get people asking us how many fairs we do throughout the course of a year. So today I'm going to show you. Hey everyone, and welcome back to our channel. My name's Anne, and along with my business partner Wayne, we run the Sussex Handmade Soap Company, and that is a small handmade business based in Battle in East Sussex, and we focus on creating a range of handmade soaps, body butters, scrubs, things like that we then sell online and in person at fairs and events. And on this channel we cover things like the making of our products, we sometimes take you out to events and show you what we're getting up to, and we just have a little bit of general business chit chat. Today what I want to focus on is the fairs and events, because we do make the majority of our sales at fairs and events in person, and a question we often get asked is how often we do go out trading at these fairs and events. And some people seem to think that we're only going to be at fairs once or twice a month, and when we tell them that no, during busy seasons, so April right through to December, we can often be out every weekend, and we can sometimes be at more than one event per weekend. So I'll be at one and Wayne will be at another. People can often be a little bit shocked by that. But that is what we do. Pretty much every weekend from April right through to December, we are out somewhere trading. So I thought back in 2021 that I would document the year for us and show you just how many fairs we have attended throughout the year. It was a COVID year, so our trading didn't start until the end of April. We've actually traded at fairs as early as February in the past, but because it was a COVID year, the fairs didn't open up until the end of April, so that is where our video will begin. And there were less fairs as well. Even some of the Christmas ones at the end of 2021 didn't go ahead. So there are not as many fairs in this video as we did, say, in 2019, when we did a lot more, but there is still a fair few. The video itself, it's just basically lots of little clips of me in lots of different locations telling you where I am and what we are doing. So hopefully it'll give you guys an idea of how many fairs we do throughout the year, and you'll just get to see some of the various locations we have been at. I hope you enjoy it. First show of the season today, April the 24th, and we are down at the Spring Fair at the South of England Showground in Ardingly. Day 1 of 2, show 1 of goodness knows how many. So we are here, we are all set up, we are ready to sell, and we are hoping that we're going to have a good day, but only time will tell. So it is day 2 of the show. It is about 8:30 and it's very cold, hence the warm stuff. So it is May the 29th and it is just gone 5:30. Gonna go off and do the Kent Garden show today. Show 1 of 3 there. I'm gonna go and wash my face and get some makeup on and get ready to go. So we are now all set up. It is 8:30 and the show has just opened. No customers yet because it will take a while for them to filter through. But we are here, we are set up, and we are ready to go. Fingers crossed we have a good weekend. Well, the show is not going great today. Our last sale was at 2 o'clock and it is now 4 o'clock, so 2 hours, no sales. Pretty dead out there, so I'm just kind of consoling myself, eating cherries. It is day 2 of the show. It is going marginally better than yesterday so far. Still not hugely busy, as you can probably see behind me. So it is day 3 of the Kent County Garden Show. We are about halfway through the day. This show hasn't been a good one for us at all, really. Yesterday was better than Saturday, but today it's gone back to being, well, quiet. Very, very quiet. I'm just tired now, and it's not been a great weekend. Wayne and I had a massive falling out last night, which has just added to the tiredness and just the general kind of feel of the day being a little bit lower. But anyway, onwards and upwards to the next show, and we'll leave this one in the past. We're at the South of England show today. It is our first outdoor show, so we have got our gazebo, which looks, I think, pretty smart. Day 1 of 3, let's hope it goes well. The show went really well yesterday. We are on day 2 now. We actually did a lot better yesterday than we thought we were going to do, which is excellent, and it is a Saturday now, so hopefully it will be even busier. Plus the weather is gorgeous, so fingers crossed for another good day. So it is the last day of the fair now. It has been super hot. So hot that I've actually ditched my uniform because it was just too warm. We've done it really well at the South of England show. Friday and Saturday were both really good days. Today has been quieter, but there is a football match on, an England game, so that could be why. We are at Hyde Hall in Essex in a couple of weeks, so until then, see ya! It is the 24th of June. We are at Hyde Hall. I've got no clue what the time is, probably about 10:30. We are getting ready for the first of 4 days at the Hyde Hall craft event. 3 big white marquees filled with lots of lovely stuff. Here's hoping we have a good 4 days. All set up and ready for day 2 at Hyde Hall. We had a phenomenal day yesterday. Really exceeded expectations, so much so that we've actually brought with us today our limited edition soaps, which we don't normally bring with us because we don't normally have space, but we had a bit of extra space here today, and we sold out of a few things yesterday, so we've just added these in to try and ensure we still have a good selection of things to sell today. If today goes as well as it did yesterday, it's all going to be good. So it's the start of day 3 and we are heading to work, which for today is just over there. In those tents. And you couldn't really ask for a much more beautiful, idyllic walk to work than what we have got here, with the wildflowers and the birds and the sun shining, coupled with the fact that yesterday was even better than the day before. It's all going well. We are well into the profit zone already, which is fantastic, with 2 full days left to trade. Yay! So we are back at home now after day 4, all done with the fair now. We've had a fantastic 4 days. Yesterday it was really brilliant, best day yet. And today was good, not as good as the other 3 days, but still really good. Home now, pretty tired, gonna chill out, but very happy too. So we've had 3 days rest, except it wasn't rest because we had to make loads of stuff that was out of stock, and now we are here at the Wilden Times Midsummer Fair. 2 metre pitch, so we have had a bit of a rejig of how everything is going and set up, but this is our stand. And it is 4 days here now, so looking forward to seeing how it goes, because this is our most expensive fair of the year, so time will tell how it goes. So day 2 of the Wilden Times Fair, and Wayne is going to take you on a little walk around the stalls because I'm still too nervous to wander around filming stuff because I always feel like people are watching me. So Wayne is taking you on a walk around whilst I tell you about how our day went yesterday. To be honest, it wasn't good. We made a bit of money, but not nearly enough to kind of justify the cost of this fair, and it's a complete world apart from the Hyde Hall last week. We did sell some things, we did make some money, but I have already worked out that if we take the same kind of level of money over the next 3 days as we did yesterday, then we're going to walk away from this fair with probably approximately £100 profit for the entire 4-day event, and that is going to need to be split between both of us, so that would be £50 each, which equates to £12.50 per day. And that's just for the 4 days we're trading. It doesn't take into account all of the work that we've put in and everything like that in the run up to the fair. So it doesn't look like this fair is going to be a worthwhile one for us. I think it is just the wrong customer base. It's a bit of a shame. Hopefully we will hit the profit zone, but that will not be, by my calculation, until midway on day 4. So it's going to be a little bit touch and go as to whether we even make profit at this fair, or if it does end up being a loss, which would be even worse. And it's always kind of really soul destroying when you put your heart and soul into something and you walk away with a loss. It can't be helped, and it does happen, but it's not nice when it happens. So we are going to continue to sell. The weather was nice yesterday. That is the one thing we had going for us, and it looks like it's going to be nice today as well. However, Saturday and Sunday, the forecast is not so good, so that could actually end up making things even a little bit worse for us. So we're just going to have to kind of stick it out, hope for the best, prepare for the worst and all that, and cross our fingers, and hope, and see what the next 3 days bring for us. We're into day 3 at the Wilden Midsummer Fair, and it is raining. The last 2 days haven't been great, and I'm not sure how the rain is going to affect sales today either, so we'll find out, won't we? But yeah, pretty wet right now. Not forecast to get any better either. So 9 AM on the 4th day of the fair, and we are packing up to go home because apparently it's rained too much and it's too muddy. So we will definitely have made a loss at this fair. We're going to squelch our way home now and probably console ourselves with, I don't know, McDonald's breakfast?
And cider. There you go.
Today we are at the Kent County Show, which they're now calling the Kent Summer Fair because they have made it a little bit smaller because of COVID. The view from behind our stall today, just to mix things up a bit. And today I even have a helper in the form of a small child, being incredibly helpful, as you can see, on his phone eating biscuits. Yum yum yum. So, day 2, taken from afar. My son is kind of summing up the feeling that we all have about this event. It hasn't been great. It's been another slow one, unfortunately, because last week was obviously really bad too. This one we will have actually made profit. It's just incredibly slow and a little on the boring side. Look how bored my son looks. It's the 31st of July and we are here at Colchester Medieval Festival, hoping to sell some medieval soap. I mean, our soap does have connections, I suppose, to do the traditional ancient process, so this weekend it's medieval soap. Let's hope it goes well.
There's the map.
So we are coming to the end of the second day at the Colchester Medieval Festival. I am celebrating with a little ice cream, as you can see, even though it's not especially warm. It's been a really good weekend. Sales-wise, it's been kind of just average, but you know, not bad, not terrible for sure. But it's actually just been a really nice event, really lovely, lovely people, and a fantastic kind of vibe going on. So a good weekend. We'll be back next year. Fantastic. We are at another medieval festival this weekend, day 1 of 3 at Handmade Zoo in East Sussex. It is the beginning of day 3 at the medieval festival in Handmade Zoo. I completely forgot to do an update yesterday, possibly because I spent all day just staring at the beautiful man opposite me, not Wayne, someone else. But we are at the beginning of day 3. The last 2 days have been brilliant so far, so we're hoping to have a good third day, although we are almost sold out of so much stuff that it's gone a bit crazy. Woo! Let's see how it goes. It is September the 10th and we are here in Lenham at the Tithe Barn, the very beautiful Tithe Barn, to do a, well, what's marketed as a mid-winter market in September. Just 2.5 hours today and then full days tomorrow and Sunday. So here I am by a giant hand, just because, for our second day at Lenham. Yesterday was pretty quiet in the evening, but it was only kind of a preview evening for 2.5 hours. So hopefully today is going to be busy, because we've spoken to some people that have done this show before and they said it's really good, albeit it's normally held in November. I'm going to shut up now before that big van goes past and drowns me out. So it's the 2nd of October. We are back at the South of England Showground for their autumn fair. It's a little different to the last time we were here, when it was super boiling hot, so hot that I didn't even wear the uniform. I am wearing our uniform today. Underneath all of this, it's freezing cold and very, very wet. Welcome back to day 2 of the South of England Autumn Show. Very similar to day 1, except for the fact that it is sunny and there is more people, which is what we like. We've had a much better day today. Yesterday was actually alright despite the weather, but today has been a lot better sales-wise in terms of how many people there are. The only thing is it is still a bit chilly, and it's the first day of the year I've been wearing the woolly hat. But yeah, having a good time. Roll on 5 o'clock and we can go home and have a nice warm bath and relax. So today we are at the NEC in Birmingham for our first Christmas fair. Very exciting because it's Christmas and it's the NEC, which is massive. We are all set up. We've been going for about an hour and a half. So far so good, and we are premiering our Christmas soaps as well today, so it's going to be really fun to see how well they go. So I am overdubbing myself now, because when I got home and listened back to this video footage, I realised the Christmas songs playing in the background were very loud and I don't want to get copyright strikes. I'm at the Essex Festive Food and Gift Show. Wayne is still in Birmingham, so I'm on my own at this one. Thursday and Friday at Birmingham were pretty quiet, but apparently it picked up today, so fingers crossed. Totally still overdubbing myself here, but this is just a quick view of what the Essex Festive Food and Gift Fair looked like. There's another marquee outside as well, which I scouted out this morning before we opened, and there are lots of lovely stalls, but I haven't really had a chance to look around many of them. That is definitely the downside of doing a show by yourself. We are here at Goodwood in Chichester. I think it's Chichester anyway, for the Rare Brand Christmas Market. It is November the something, I don't know, the 18th maybe, 19th, something like that. I'm here for 3 days with Wayne for 2 of those days. And we are hopefully going to sell lots of Christmassy soaps today. We are here at the South of England Christmas Fair, feeling festive. It's actually day 2. Day 1 was amazing, which is really good because Goodwood was actually rubbish, so rubbish that we did something we don't often do and packed up after day 2 of 3, and I came here yesterday instead and helped Wayne, which was definitely the right decision because we were super busy and even ran out of a few things. Let's hope today is just as good. This weekend is the first weekend in December and we are at the Wheels and Downland Museum in West Sussex for their Christmas market. Last week we were in Nebworth, but I forgot to do a video. Nebworth was alright, really cold. It's been brilliant here so far. We are on day 2, and yesterday we sold a ridiculous number of Christmas soaps, 98 Christmas soaps. So we're very low on stock, but that's okay because we only have today and tomorrow left of fairs, and then we are done for the year. So overdubbing again, I am afraid, purely because Mariah Carey is very, very loud in the background. We are at the Charmdean Fairy Tale Fair. It is our last fair of the year. We don't have a lot of Christmas soap left at all, actually. We sold out of most of it yesterday and the day before. So today's just going to be about having a bit of fun and getting rid of the last remaining bars. So that was our 2021. It was a fun year. There were some highs and some lows, as you can see throughout that video. I hope you've enjoyed it. I am doing the same thing this year. We've already started the 2022 year of fairs. Looking back at those clips, the 2 standout fairs in terms of success were the East Sussex National in November, December time in Uckfield, the one that unfortunately I didn't remember to film at, and the Hyde Hall event right back in May, June time, where we did really, really well. So those 2 fairs are already in the calendar for this year because they were fantastic. I hope you have enjoyed today's video. If you have, please do hit the subscribe button, give us a like and leave a comment as well. And we will see you very, very soon for another video. Bye for now.